So here's the funniest thing I saw on the internet all week. A Facebook conversation where a guy was all excited that Obamacare was finally going to be repealed. He said, "I'm glad that this is finally happening because Obamacare was a failure from the start. Remember healthcare.gov? All of this was the brainchild of liberals, and they couldn't even get the site to run right. So why should any of us have faith that they could get socialized healthcare right? We didn't, and they couldn't. Again, it was a mistake that is finally getting fixed." And then he mentioned that he'd be fine because he's covered by the Affordable Care Act. People pointed out, using very impolite language, that if Obamacare was repealed, he would lose his coverage. And he just doubled down. "I'm not on Obamacare. My health insurance is through the Affordable Care Act," which is what they had to come up with after Obamacare crashed and burned as bad as it did. "So I'm going to be fine." At this point, his friends informed him that Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act were exactly the same thing, and that the Republicans kept calling it Obamacare so that moronic voters like you wouldn't like it. That was their phrase, not mine. I try to be polite. And that when Trump signed the repeal of Obamacare, the guy was going to be in deep doo-doo thanks to the people he so cheerfully elected. He did not respond. And I laughed, and I reposted it, and people responded with a lot of OMGs and snarky humor. And it was all really funny. Except inside, I wasn't really laughing. Inside, I felt a chill. And maybe I was crying a little. Because this is why it's so hard to fix our problems here in America. And this is why Donald Trump got elected. They say we are living in a post-fact society, a post-truth society. Politicians and pundits and random people on the internet tell lies, carefully selected lies. And many of the people who hear them just believe them and repeat them and embellish them. And they never even check to see if they're true. Do you want to know if Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act are exactly the same thing? Google is your friend. 5 minutes, tops. But a lot of people don't care if a statement is true or not. If it confirms their prejudices, then it's true. Obama is bad. That's all they hear, and that's all they want to hear. They'll willingly believe anything that seems to back it up, no matter how absurd, no matter what the source. Or they just don't want to make the effort. They heard it from a friend, or a politician they voted for, or their minister, or a friend of a friend, someone they don't even know. Must be true. Why check? And then they vote. Sometimes I get involved in conversations with people like this. Maybe that's a bad idea. It's not always fun. One woman told me that she didn't like Obama because he wouldn't have a Christmas tree in the White House, only a holiday tree with non-religious ornaments. This was based on a friend of a friend story. The White House, it seems, had sent out letters to artists who make ornaments, specifically requesting non-religious ornaments for their non-religious tree. And here's an article about a guy whose friend, a devout Christian artist, got one of these letters and was really outraged. See? So I set out to debunk the story, which it turns out goes back to an older and equally false story about Laura Bush, which I found. And I showed this woman pictures and videos on the official White House website showing the arrival of their Christmas tree, which they called a Christmas tree. And then I asked an obvious question. Where was this letter on White House stationery asking for non-religious ornaments? Surely an outraged Christian ornament maker would make it public, turn it over to the press, give it a Fox News. But nobody had ever seen it. This back and forth went on for a few days. And you know what? The woman I was talking to said, "You know, I think maybe you're right." And then she said, "One of the other reasons I don't like Obama is," and then she related another completely bogus story, another lie she read somewhere. I gave up. Having these discussions is like playing whack-a-mole. my friends, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and others, I don't really know what to do. But I do know this: we can't give up. When they lie, we have to hit back with the truth. When we see fake stories being passed around, frequently by people who don't know better, we have to debunk them. Michelle Obama said, "When they go low, we go high." In that spirit, when they go fake, we go real. We show that they're lying with evidence, loudly, repeatedly, and we support responsible journalism. And maybe we can take our country back from the post-truth era. Anybody up for a game of whack-a-mole?
We love to get mail from you. Email us at comments@outlookvideo.org.
To contact us by phone, call 408-293-3040, extension 205.
Visit our website at outlookvideo.org.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/outlookvideo.
And connect with us at facebook.com/outlookvideo.
2 weeks ago, San Jose had their gay and lesbian pride celebration. Paul Falworth, Todd Brown, and Kim Lawson brings us this report.
who are single, though.